A site's singular window into the past is one of the reasons it captivates the attention of people worldwide, in addition to its beauty and human creativity. When visiting a new location, you should be especially careful to remove everything you bring with you, follow designated paths, and leave the surroundings in a better state than when you discovered them, even if it means picking up rubbish that another visitor has left behind. But in the case of certain protected areas, this provision is especially crucial. Numerous factors contribute to their vulnerability, such as the effects of climate change and aging-related fragility. As many generations as possible will be able to enjoy these life-changing locations if caution and respect are exercised. Okay, let's get to the list. You don't need to be an expert on history to enjoy these magnificent historical sites across the globe, so don't worry. Number 10. Sintra's cultural landscape. You probably think Sintra is on this list because of the National Palace of Sintra, which overlooks the city and is reminiscent of a fairy tale, but that's not the whole reason. Some of the world's best and first examples of romantic architecture may be seen in this city. Before Ferdinand Eo converted it into a fortress combining Moorish, Egyptian, Renaissance, and Gothic architectural and design features, the castle perched atop the hill was used as a monastery. The tangle of parks and gardens, which combine native and exotic plant species, is also quite noteworthy. A complex wall of azulejos, locally manufactured tiles, a series of fake ruins buried among the landscaping, or a gigantic dome overhead, you never know what to expect next. Number 9. Chichén Itzá. From 400 CE until 1400 CE, Chichén Itzá, a complex of pre-Columbian remains on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, was one of the major Mayan towns. Because of the range of Mesoamerican architectural styles seen there, it is believed to have had the most diversified population in the Mayan world. The Great Ball Court, the Temple of the Warriors, and El Castillo, also called the Temple of Kukulkan, are some of Chichén Itzá's most well-known buildings. El Castillo is a step pyramid that looms over one of the most exquisite UNESCO World Heritage sites. Number 8. The City of Jaipur. There are numerous reasons why the walled city of Jaipur is striking. Top of the list is its rosy color. Since pink is a color associated with hospitality, the entire town was painted pink to welcome King Edward VII and Prince Albert in 1876. Jaipur was allegedly named the Pink City by the prince, and the moniker remained. Maharaja Ram Singh went one step further in 1877 when he enacted a rule mandating that all upcoming structures, including temples and private homes, have the same pink appearance. As the country's first planned city, Jaipur is renowned for its grid layout, symmetrical structures with even patterns, and rows of chhatri or raised domes perched atop buildings. Number 7. The Inca Trail. Situated around 8,000 feet above sea level in the Peruvian Andes, Machu Picchu tumbles over a striking mountain ridge encircled by the sharp peaks of the Sacred Valley. Every year, millions of tourists swarm to this UNESCO World Heritage Site to take in the citadel's terraces and ancient dry stone architecture. Despite being one of the most important historic World Heritage monuments, Machu Picchu was not around for very long. The Incas constructed it approximately about 1450, but they abandoned it during the Spanish conquest a century later. The town closest to Machu Picchu, Aguas Calientes, is reachable by train from Cusco. There is daily service between the two locations via Inca Rail, Pararail, and the more opulent Bellman-Hiram-Bingham train. The trip takes more than 3 hours. A 4-minute stroll from the train station is the Inca Terra Machu Picchu Pueblo Hotel, which has guest rooms in adobe casetas and a village-like appearance with tourist gardens and stone walkways. Hiking the well-known Inca Trail under guidance is another option to see Machu Picchu. Tour businesses in Cusco may arrange for guided hikes along this popular route. Adult entry tickets are roughly $23 and student tickets are $20, and they need to be purchased in advance for a certain date and time period. Number 6. The Temple of Angkor Wat. One of the most picturesque World Heritage sites and iconic religious buildings is Angkor Wat, with its expansive moat and towering drip sand towers resembling castles. During the 12th century, King Suryavarman II, the erstwhile Khmer Empire's monarch over Southeast Asia, oversaw the building. When you realize that the Hindu temple complex, a network of stone temples adorned with detailed carvings of Devatas, Hindu deities, is only one of the attractions of the Angkor Archaeological Park, which has been classified as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it becomes even more stunning. The complex, which covers around 400 acres in northwest Cambodia, is home to numerous other architecturally noteworthy jungle-intertwined ruins and temples, including one that was featured in Angelina Jolie's 2001 film Tomb Raider, along with populated communities. Number 5. Petra. Petra, the most well-known archaeological site in Jordan, was once a thriving commercial hub where people exchanged Indian spices, Chinese silks, and Arabian incense. The ancient city was constructed by the Nabateans in 400 BCE in the southwest desert of the nation, but the West remained unaware of it until the 1800s. It feels otherworldly, with towering temples and tombs carved into pink sandstone cliffs, giving it the nickname the Red Rose City. It is accessible via a short canyon. Maybe that's why in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Petra's treasury served as a stand-in for the temple that held the Holy Grail. Number 4. The Stone Temple. The purpose behind the construction of Stonehenge, a circle of stone megaliths in the English countryside, is still unknown despite scientists' consensus that it dates to 2500 BCE. While some researchers believe the towers were created for religious events by the ancient Britons, others assume they were used to study the movements of the sun and moon. In any case, the building was a technical marvel. Workers shaped Stonehenge's megalithic constructions by driving wooden wedges into the stone's fissures and then pulling each mass upright with a rope. Number 3. The Parthenon. Since the Athenian Empire was at its height of power, Greece's capital city has been ruled by this classical, partially intact temple, which is perched atop a rocky outcrop known as the Acropolis in Athens. The Parthenon, a temple dedicated to the goddess Athena, was built by the Athenians in 447 BCE as a celebration of their triumph over Persian invaders. Since then, it has functioned as a mosque following the Ottoman takeover, a Christian chapel devoted to the Virgin Mary and the city's treasury. At the base of the hill, the Acropolis Museum displays artifacts found on the Acropolis, the Parthenon frieze, part of which are controversially still on display at the British Museum in London, and even the remnants of an ancient neighborhood found during the museum's construction. Number 2. China's Great Wall. The Great Wall, which stretches over 13,000 miles in the northern region of China, is the most iconic structure in the country and took more than 2,500 years to construct. The state of Chu, which was ruled by the Zhou dynasty, started building the wall in the 8th century BCE as a defense against foreign invaders. It would take over 177 days of uninterrupted walking to view the whole stone and brick stronghold. Most visitors just explore one or two sections of it. Muxinyu and Jinshanling are two of the wall's most frequented sections. The former is an easy-day excursion from Beijing, only requiring a 90-minute drive. The latter requires twice as much time to get to, but is home to some of the wall's best-preserved parts and is a favorite destination for hikers. Entry tickets are required for each segment of the wall. Usually, it costs between $6 and $8, though exact costs could vary. Number 1. The Taj Mahal. The 240-foot-tall central dome of the exquisitely symmetrical Taj Mahal is surrounded by semi-precious stone inlay. The white marble mausoleum, which is regarded as the most exquisite example of Mughal architecture still standing, was built between 1631 and 1648 at the behest of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his late wife. To finish the project, he called upon over 20,000 of Central Asia's finest artisans. Jahan had planned to construct a second mausoleum for himself, but it was never completed. The emperor was buried next to his wife after he died in 1666. Explore the expansive garden on the grounds of this World Heritage Site, which has lengthy reflecting pools of water and a red granite entrance. The majority of visitors go from Delhi to the Taj Mahal in one day. From Delhi, Varanasi, and other places in the Rajasthan state of northern India, there are numerous high-speed trains that go to Agra. Adult tickets are about $13, while children under the age of 15 enter free of charge. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow travelers, and subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration and tips. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.